Hey guys, this is your friend Miguel, and I am back here again making you guys another video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So guess what guys, today we're here to talk about the new inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018. And ladies and gentlemen, that person is Hillbilly Jim. Yep guys, Hillbilly Jim is going to be in the Hall of Fame of, in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018. Sorry if I messed up there a little bit. But one thing that is so shocking to me, guys, that I didn't actually know about. You guys can hear my dogs barking in the background. Sorry about that. But what I was saying, the one thing that was so shocking to me, guys, is that I didn't even know that Hillbilly Jim wasn't in the WWE Hall of Fame. That was a shocker to me. I actually thought he was in the Hall of Fame because I saw him in Legends House with all of the other legends there, and I actually thought that he was already in the Hall of Fame because, well, he is a legend and he was in the Legends House, so I actually thought he was in the WWE Hall of Fame. But that looks like it was not true. He wasn't in the Hall of Fame. So all this time I actually thought that he was, but he wasn't. So it was a bit of a shocker to me to find that out today that he wasn't actually in the Hall of Fame. Really interesting. Before we talk about more about Hillbilly Jim, because I actually don't know that much about him. Before, I didn't know that much about Hillbilly Jim until I started watching some more some stuff on the WWE Network, and then when Hillbilly Jim will come up, they will start talking about him and what he has done, and also he was in the Legends House, and I got to know more about him, and also he was in Table for Three, and I actually got to know more about Hillbilly Jim. So at the time, I didn't even know who Hillbilly Jim was. Say that three times. At the first time I didn't know who Hillbilly Jim was, but couple of years have passed. Now I know who he is, and I have respect for him. So that's awesome. But anyways, guys, we're here to talk about Hillbilly Jim, and I got the article right here from WWE.com, and I'm gonna be reading you guys the article right now. So, Hillbilly Jim was a country boy plucked from the WWE universe to be a superstar. Now he's going to be a WWE Hall of Famer. As first reported by Bleacher Report, Mudlik KY. Oh, this is kind of weird. KYS, I guess you could say it like that. Favorite son is the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018. Hillbilly Jim joins Goldberg, Dudley Boyz, Ivory, Jeff Jarrett, and Warrior Award recipient Jarius J.J. Robertson on the list of those who will be honored on Friday, April 6th in New Orleans during WrestleMania 34 week. The big country boy first popped up in WWE Hall. I almost said WWE Hall of Fame by accident. The big country boy first popped up in WWE in late 1984 as a big, smiley beard face towering above WWE fans around the country. However, Jim decided to get a little closer to the action when Hulk Hogan was attacked by Kent Patera, Big John Studd, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Leaping over the barricade, Hillbilly Jim jumped in the ring and helped the Hulkster one off the villains. Hogan saw something in the workman standing beside him and trained Jim for the ring. Opting to compete in his overalls and entering the ring with a lucky horseshoe around his neck, Hillbilly Jim proved to be a prodigy inside the squared circle, using his incredible power to squeeze opponents into submission with his trademark bear hug. Though an injury sidelined him early in his WWE career, that did not stop Jim from introducing the WWE Universe to his extended family, Uncle Elmer, Cousin Junior, and Cousin Luke, a trio of happy-go-lucky hillbillies that put smiles on the faces of fans around the world with their antics in the ring. And I did see Hillbilly Jim's family in the one of the Royal Rumbles. I forgot what year it was, but I did see his whole family in there. So yeah, kind of cool. Um, when he recovered, Jim jumped back into the ring and picked up where he left off. This time, with his family in his corner, Hillbilly Jim also embraced WWE's smaller competitors, competing in a 6-person tag team match on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. I had to say it like that. I like saying WrestleMania. What was this? WrestleMania 3. WrestleMania 3. The match featured one of the more infamous moments in WWE history, with one of Jim's partners, Little Beaver, being splashed by the humongous King Kong Bundy in front of 93,173 people. That's a lot of people. Hillbilly Jim continued competing in WWE through 1990 before stepping away from the Squared Circle. He continued to work with the WWE throughout the 90s, co-hosting Primetime Wrestling and managing his cousins Henry and Phineas Godwin to the World Tag Team Championship. Jim returned to the ring for the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17 and showed a different side of himself on the hit WWE Network reality show Legends House in 2014. See? And that's how I got to know Hillbilly Jim more on Legends House. And also Table for 3 too. Because of this lasting legacy as a beloved favorite of the WWE Universe, there is no better nominee for the induction into the WWE Hall of Fame than Hillbilly Jim. And that, guys, is the end of the article. So, yeah, guys, that is the end of the article about Hillbilly Jim going into the WWE Hall of Fame. And like I told you guys, at first I didn't even know who Hillbilly Jim was. I think it was like, when did Legends House appear? I think Legends House appears in 2014, 2015. I actually don't remember. Yeah, so I didn't know them. I didn't know that much about Hillbilly Jim until they started showing Legends House and also a table for 3 special with him and some of the other legends. So that's how I know who Hillbilly Jim was. At the time I didn't know, but now since some time has passed, I know who Hillbilly Jim was. So that was cool. And I also did see Hillbilly Jim at the Gimmick Battle Royal. I saw on the WWE Network because it's always a tradition for me that I always do every year. When the Royal Rumble comes up, I always like to go back and rewatch all of the Royal Rumbles. I like doing it. You guys probably think that that's kind of crazy because the Royal Rumbles are like, when he does like a bunch of Royal Rumbles, and watching those kind of Royal Rumbles like in a single day is just freaking crazy. Not really, because I usually watch up to 2 to 3 Royal Rumbles a day, so that way I'll be able to call up. And until when it comes to the actual Royal Rumble that's up for this year or the year that's coming up, that's when the whole tradition thing is done. But I do it like it's like a tradition for me. I do it every year. When there's a Royal Rumble that comes up, I like to rewatch all of the Royal Rumbles just to bring up some memories and all that stuff, and like seeing all of people's reactions in the audience, the wrestlers that aren't here anymore with us, that they are resting in peace right now, and the wrestlers that actually don't can't do it anymore and they are retired. So yeah, that's kind of like a tradition for me that I usually go back and rewatch all of the Royal Rumbles. So it's kind of cool for me. But yeah, and like I said, I did watch the Gimmick Battle Royal of Hillbilly Jim, and I saw him with all the other legends there. Like you had the freaking Gobbledygooker, you had Brother Love, you had the Bushwhackers, you had what was that guy's name? The Goon. You had the Goon. You had the One Man Gang. You had Kamala. No, is it Kamala? No. Who was that? I think it was. What was that guy that had like the tiki mask and he was all chubby with his manager with him? I forgot what that guy's name was. Was it Kamala? I'm trying to figure out if that was. But yeah, and then Hillbilly Jim. Oh yeah, Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown. I completely forgot about Doink the Clown. Yeah, that when Doink the Clown came out of the Gimmick Battle Royal, when they first introduced him, he got a huge pop. That was really awesome for Doink the Clown because I think people haven't seen him in a while, so that was kind of cool to see Doink the Clown there. And then when Hillbilly Jim came out, my dog's barking. Sorry about that. And when Hillbilly Jim came out, the audience popped big for him too, so it was kind of cool. I actually thought Hillbilly Jim was gonna win the Gimmick Battle Royal, but apparently he didn't. The Iron Sheik did, so it's kind of funny. And then Sergeant Slaughter just came to the ring and just freaking choked them out, and that's about it. And Sergeant Slaughter stood tall, USA, yeah, that was funny. But yeah, guys, like I said about Hillbilly Jim, yeah, I saw him in the Gimmick Battle Royal. That was cool. And then I saw him at Legends House, which is really cool to see him there. I got to know more about Hillbilly Jim and Legends House too. Not only just him, but I get to know more about the other legends in WWE. Oh my god, my dog keeps on barking. I'll be right back. My dog is barking too much. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. My dog was barking. Okay, we're good. Not usually you guys can see me step out of my character. Anyways, so like I said, guys, not only did I get to know more about Hillbilly Jim, but I also got to know more about the legends that were in there. I got to know more about Mean Gene Oakland, Tony Atlas, the late great Waddy Piper, rest in peace. And I also got to know about Jimmy Hart, and also got to know about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. All of the legends there, I got to know all about them, and I have huge respect. Even for Pat Patterson, man. Even for Pat Patterson, because if you guys didn't see close to the end of the first season of Legends House, Pat Patterson revealed that he was actually a homosexual. And because of that, it was like a huge it was a weight for him to just like let it out, because you know there were some people that have struggled with that, and they actually are a little bit scared to bring that out because they actually don't know what people are going to be reacting to that, or if they're gonna judge him. But right when Pat Patterson said that, huge respect for him, because I can understand what Pat Patterson goes through. And I was like really happy, and I got a little bit choked up to see that he was actually in relief that he actually got to release the actual truth to himself. So I'm actually really happy for Pat Patterson. I have huge respect for him, so much. But yeah, guys, like I said, I got to know everything about the legends there on Legends House, the Hillbilly Jim, and I also got to know, got to see what Hillbilly Jim's family is. In the whole freaking family that he had in WWE, which is kind of cool. Big family there, big family team, which is kind of cool. But yeah, guys, that's all I know about Hillbilly Jim, and huge respect for him to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, and I'm actually happy that he's going to be going in. I'm still a little bit shocked. Like I said, when I first found out that he wasn't in the Hall of Fame already, I was like, wow. Really shocker to me. A real shocker to me. But you know what? The time is right, and it's awesome for him, and I can't wait to hear his speech in the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. So it's going to be really great, and maybe there might be some kind of altercation with him and his family doing something crazy in there. I don't know. Maybe a chicken might pop out of nowhere and just scare the whole crowd in there. Maybe. Hopefully, one of the chickens might poop on one the other out of the audience. Maybe it could be I don't want to be rude to say who the chicken might poop on, but I don't know, you can only imagine. Sometimes things don't always go good in the Hall of Fame. I mean, we saw what Kurt Angle did. I mean, the guy freaking grabbed 2 freaking bottles of milk and just like poured it on him, and it was just so freaking crazy, and it was funny too. But anyways, guys, like I said, congratulations to Hillbilly Jim to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, class of 2018, and just can't wait to hear his speech. So, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned, cool, guys. Bye.